What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Downtown Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Tuesday, January 8th, 2019, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Brie Larson helps defend Earth from an alien invasion in the newest trailer for Marvel's next superhero epic, Captain Marvel. The clip released on Twitter Monday features Larson as the titular character who meets with Nick Fury, played by Samuel L. Jackson, about the shape-shifting Skrulls who can appear as human and who have already infiltrated Earth. Captain Marvel then leaps into battle against a Skrull who's disguised as an older woman on board a moving train. Captain Marvel proves she is not a Skrull by firing off a photon blast from her hand. The trailer also features looks at Captain Marvel's training in space with Jude Law and shows how she lost her memory regarding her time on Earth. Captain Marvel, from directors Anna Bolden and Ryan Fleck, is set to arrive in theaters on March 8th. Gemma Chan, Annette Bening, and Ben Mendelsohn as the film's villain also star. Djimon Hounsou and Lee Pace will be featured, reprising their villainous roles from Guardians of the Galaxy. Will Smith has announced on Instagram that production has started on Sony's upcoming action comedy sequel, Bad Boys for Life, stylized as Bad Boys for Life. Smith said on Sunday, day one, I'll keep y'all posted, alongside what appears to be multiple scripts for the third entry in the series. Smith previously confirmed on Instagram in November, alongside Martin Lawrence, that the third Bad Boys film was on the way. Smith and Lawrence starred together as Miami detectives Mike Lowry and Marcus Burnett, respectively, in 1995's Bad Boys and 2003's Bad Boys 2. Bad Boys for Life has a release date of January 12, 2020. Filmmakers Adel El Arabi and Boyle Falah are set to direct the film in place of Michael Bay, who helmed the first two films. Vanessa Hudgens, Charles Melton, and Alexander Woodwick are set to star as a highly specialized police unit that clashes with Smith and Lawrence's more old-school detectives. Polar is giving fans a first glimpse of Mads Mikkelsen as a deadly assassin. The 53-year-old Danish actor portrays aging hitman Duncan Visla, a.k.a. Black Kaiser, in the Netflix adaptation of Victor Stantos' graphic novel series. The trailer shows Duncan take on a series of young assassins after his employer deems him a liability following his retirement. The character strives to protect his new neighbor, Camille, played by Vanessa Hudgens. The preview reads, "If the job doesn't kill you, retirement will." Polar is directed by Swedish director Gene Okerlund, who has helmed music videos for Madonna, Lady Gaga, Taylor Swift, and other stars. The movie co-stars Catherine Winnick and Matt Lucas and features music by The Mouse. Polar premieres on January 25th on Netflix. Sony has begun development on a sequel to its hit 2018 comic film Venom, starring Tom Hardy in the title role. Kelly Marcel, who wrote the script for Venom alongside Jeff Pickner and Scott Rosenberg, has been selected by Sony to pen the sequel. Marcel will also be serving as an executive producer, with Avi Arad, Mac Talmadge, and Amy Pascal returning as producers. Michelle Williams is said to be joining Hardy on screen once again alongside Woody Harrelson. The actor appeared in the end credits of Venom as the villainous Cletus Cassidy, who later becomes the superpower Carnage. Sony previously secured an October 2020 release date for an untitled Marvel Comics project that is expected to be reserved for a second Venom. The first film also arrived in theaters in October. Venom set an opening weekend record for most movies, and the first film will arrive in theaters in October. Venom set an opening weekend record for October in the United States, earning $80.2 million at the box office on its way to a $855 million worldwide total. Jersey Shore star Deena Cortese is a new mom. The 31-year-old television personality took to Instagram Saturday after welcoming a baby boy, Christopher John, with husband Christopher Buckner. Cortese introduced Christopher John, or CJ, in a slideshow of photos and videos. And she couldn't help but gush about the newborn in the caption. She wrote, "Our little man has finally arrived, Christopher John Buckner, born January 5th at 4:41 p.m. at a whopping 20.5 inches. And she said, Mommy and Daddy love you so much, CJ. You're our everything. Never thought I could love Chris any more than I did until I saw him holding CJ." Buckner also shared the news in a post on his own account. He wrote, "I always knew my wife was one of the strongest women I know, but these past 2 days proves it. I couldn't be a more proud husband and now father to our perfect baby boy, CJ." Cortese and Buckner were married in October 2017 and announced Cortese's pregnancy in July. Cortese wrote on Instagram at the time, "Our little family is growing. We have a sweet little boy on the way," Cortese wrote on Instagram. Cortese came to fame on the MTV series Jersey Shore and returned in Jersey Shore Family Vacation in 2018. Her co-star Nicole Snooki Polizzi is expecting a baby boy as well. WWE has announced that John Cena will be making an appearance on the first Raw of 2019 on Monday. Cena's appearance on the Red brand follows the 16-time world champion return to WWE on SmackDown, while he'll team up with Becky Lynch to take on Andre Klein Alamas and his manager Zelina Vega. WWE said anything can happen when Cena's in the house. Cena, who can be seen in the new Transformers film Bumblebee, appeared sporadically on WWE programming before 2019. He has a new finishing maneuver known as the Lightning Fist, which involves him crossing his arms before delivering a sudden punch to the face. WWE Hall of Famer and professional wrestling legend Hulk Hogan will also be on Raw to celebrate the life of the late Mean Gene Okerlund. Okerlund, a legendary professional wrestling interviewer and Hall of Famer, died on Wednesday at the age of 76. He was known for interviewing backstage and inside the ring some of the biggest names in the industry, including Hogan, Ric Flair, Macho Man Randy Savage, The Ultimate Warrior, Sting, and many others. WWE recently released on YouTube segments from 1984 that featured Hogan training Okerlund for their match against George the Animal Steele and Mr. Fuji. Actor Sam Elliott has hands prints and footprints immortalized in front of the TCL Chinese Theater in Hollywood. A ceremony was held for Elliott on Monday that was attended by his A Star is Born co-stars Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga, along with his wife, actress Catherine Ross. Elliott, Cooper, and Gaga posed together for photos and shared a group hug together. Elliott plays Bobby Maine in the film. The brother of Cooper is Jackson Maine. Cooper also served as the director of the musical drama. Elliott said to Variety about appearing in A Star is Born, "You can't look at it and say the next time has to be as good or better, because I don't think there's ever going to be anything as good or better. This is it." Gaga on her Instagram story posted more photos from the event, including one of Elliott kissing her forehead. She captioned the image, "So excited to be here for Sam Elliott's hand and footprint ceremony. We love you, Sam." She continued in a second image of herself and Cooper watching Elliott. Elliott is known for starring in a number of films and television shows, including The Big Lebowski and Netflix's ongoing series The Ranch. Netflix released renewed The Ranch for a 20-episode fourth season in November. Susan Boyle enjoyed a triumphant return to the reality competition America's Got Talent. The 54-year-old British singer impressed the judges during Monday's premiere of America's Got Talent Championships with her performance of the Rolling Stones song Wild Horses. Boyle earned the Golden Buzzer from Spice Girls singer Mel B, who gave the singer a standing ovation alongside fellow judges Simon Cowell, Howie Mandel, and Heidi Klum. Mel B said before hitting her buzzer, "I just want to say what an absolute honor and pleasure it is to be sitting here and listening to you, your angelic voice, and I want to be the woman that gives you something that you deserve." Boyle was the runner-up on Britain's Got Talent Season 3 in 2009 and performed Wild Horses during America's Got Talent Season 4 the same year. She recalled her time on Britain's Got Talent in the segment prior to her performance. The star says, Most of the audience, they were laughing, but they look at my mouth, and that seemed to change. You don't expect people to be that excited about you. I'm glad I'm stepped on that stage. Boyle hopes to be a champion for others on America's Got Talent. She says, a champion for those who don't have the confidence to do things, but for those who don't have a voice, the ones who feel the tend to ignore, I feel like I'm a champion for them. Boyle has released several albums, including I Dream a Dream, The Gift, and A Wonderful World, since her time on Britain's Got Talent. She was nominated for Grammys in 2011 and 2012. The South Korean boy band BTS will release an official toy line with Mattel. The K-pop group is partnering with the company on a new collection of dolls, collectible figures, games, and other products, Mattel confirmed in a press release Sunday. BTS and Mattel will launch the toy line in the summer of 2019. The collection will include dolls of BTS's members RM, Jin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook, inspired by the group's Idol music video. Mattel's senior vice president, Sejal Sean Miller, praised BTS as a cultural sensation with global influence. Miller says BTS is a pop culture music phenomenon that trends ages, culture, and language, and through this partnership, Mattel will offer a new way for millions across the world to engage with the band. He also added, partnering with established franchises that give global appeal is a cornerstone of our strategy and gives our creative expertise. We are perfectly suited to create products celebrating BTS. Mattel confirmed the news in a tweet on Sunday. The post reads, Mattel at BTS at Big Hit and at Big Hit Ent are bringing hashtag BTS doll officials to millions around the world. BTS enjoyed worldwide success in 2018 and was named Person of the Year in a Time Readers poll. The group is known for such singles as Fake Love, Mic Drop, and Idol, and released the album Love Yourself Answer in August. And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1941, William Randolph Hearst stopped Citizen Kane ads. One of Hollywood's most famous clashes of the Titans, an upstart boy genius filmmaker versus a furious 76-year-old newspaper tycoon, heats up on this date in 1941 when William Randolph Hearst forbids any of his newspapers to run advertisements for Orson Welles' Citizen Kane. Though Welles was only 24 years old when he began working in Hollywood, he had already made a name for himself on the New York theater scene, and particularly with his controversial radio adaptation of the H.G. Wells novel The War of the Worlds in 1938. After scoring a lucrative contract with the struggling RKO Studios, he was searching for an appropriate incendiary topic for his first film when his friend, the writer Herman Mankiewicz, suggested basing it on the life of William Randolph Hearst. Hearst was a notoriously innovative, often tyrannical businessman who had built his own nationwide newspaper empire and owned 8 homes, the most notable of which was San Simon, a sprawling castle on a hill on the central California coast. After catching a screening of the unfinished Citizen Kane on January 4, 1941, the influential gossip columnist Hedda Hopper wasted no time in passing along the news to Hearst and his associates. Her arrival and Hearst's chief movie columnist, Louisa Parsons, was incensed about the film and its portrayal of Charles Foster Kane, the Hearst-like character embodied in typical grandiose styles by Welles himself. Even more loathsome to Hearst and his allies was the portrayal of Kane's second wife, a young alcoholic singer with strong parallels to Hearst's mistress, the showgirl-turned-actress Marion Davies. Hearst was said to have reacted to this aspect of the film more strongly than any other, and Welles himself later called the Davies-based character a dirty trick that he expected would provoke the mogul's anger. Only a few days after the screening, Hearst sent the word out to all his publications not to run advertisements for the film. Far from stopping there, he also threatened to make war against the Hollywood studio system in general, publicly condemning the number of immigrants and refugees working in the film industries, instead of Americans, as a none-too-subtle reference to the many Jewish members of the Hollywood establishment. Hearst's newspapers also went after Welles, accusing him of communist sympathies and questioned his patriotism. Hollywood heavyweights who were already resentful of Wells for his youth and his open contempt for Hollywood soon rallied around Hearst. Louis B. Mayer of Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer even offered to pay RKO $842,000 in cash if the studio's president, George Schaefer, would destroy the negatives in all prints of Citizen Kane. Schaefer refused, and in retaliation threatened to sue the Fox, Paramount, and Loew's theater chains for conspiracy after they refused to distribute the film. After Time and other publications protested, the theater chains relented slightly and permitted a few showings. In the end, the film barely broke even. Nominated for 9 Oscars, Citizen Kane won only 1, a shared Best Screen award for Mikkelsen and Wells. And Wells and the film were actually booed at the 1942 Academy Award ceremony. Schaefer was later pushed out of RKO along with Wells, and the film was returned to the RKO archives. It would be 25 years before Citizen Kane received its rightful share of attention, but it has since been heralded as one of the best movies of all time. And that is the entertainment report for Tuesday, January 8th, 2019. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.